Roy22 here, the power of Kazakhstan. Today I bring you some Battlefield 1943, and this is Suprise Game episode 2. And the last episode I talked about Call of Duty 3, and this episode we are talking about Battlefield 1943. And oh yeah, right here I kinda got pissed off because I got boned by some plane, but props to him that he's pretty good, and I think he killed 4 people right at the start or something like that. But anyways, this game was actually recorded before Battlefield 3 came out, and during that stage before Battlefield 3 came out, I was pretty bored. There weren't too many games that were fun for me to play, so I decided to play this. And yes, and I put it on my hard drive and forgot it. Now I found it. But let's cut all the bullshit, and let's talk about things I like in Battlefield 1943. One thing I like is the price. Like this game is an arcade game. It costs about 1,200. Well, it does cost 1,200 Microsoft points, and I think 15 bucks on PS3. I'm not sure, but it costs something like that, and it is totally worth it. This game is just epic. It is like a Battlefield, and this game was actually came out between Battlefield Bad Company and Bad Company 2. So I think they were like experimenting and stuff. And yeah, it feels a lot like Bad Company. And yeah, another thing I like, that the choice of colors. Like this game looks kind of cartoonish, which there's not too many games that are like that. Like I think the only like cartoonish game I played was this game. Because it looks kind of colorful and kind of parodies the war or something like that. I don't know, it just looks happy or something like that. But yeah, a few things I don't like about this game is the maps. The maps are huge, and the only game type you can play is Conquest. Like almost all the time, whenever I play this game, about 80% of the time I just run around. To get kills, actually to find kills, it is pretty hard. And yeah, I wish they had a rush, because I don't know, since this game came out between Bad Company and Bad Company 2, they should have added Rush. I think Rush would have been the superior game to play. And another thing I actually liked back in the day when I was playing this game is the, what is it called? The jets. I remember I was trying to master the jets, but I failed every time. And I wasn't playing this game too often. Every time I play, I try to get in a jet and fly it. But now there's jets in Battlefield 3, as you know. And yeah, let's say another thing I don't really like about this game is that there's I think too many vehicles. Like almost all the time I feel like I run into the vehicle warfare instead of infantry warfare, and yeah, that is kind of annoying. And I actually chopped up the part right there because I was just running around this shit, and you don't want to see that. And that's another thing I don't like about 1943. It's just really slow paced comparing to other battlefields. I think this game should have been released to PC, because in PC you can have your own servers and have as many people as you want. You can even have, like hell, you can even have 128 people playing 64 vs 64, and that'd be total war in my opinion. But I don't think they ever released this game to PC, and I wish they actually did. And oh yeah, another thing I had problem at first with this game is the controls. It has standard Bad Company 1 controls, and to be honest with you, the first few games, actually this session, because I kind of came back from a long hiatus from 1943, and I was kind of struggling to get the controls, so sometimes we'll whip out the knife or just do something else instead of what I wanted to do. But the controls is fluent. That's another thing. The connection, perfect, because they use dedicated servers. I think every Battlefield on console is using dedicated servers, because the peer-to-peer connection, I don't think any anyone will be able to handle 24 players, especially with these huge maps. So dedicated servers are a good thing. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot to mention about 1943 is that it doesn't have many like battlefield features like revive people, med kits, uh, like other thing like ammo, because right here you have unlimited ammo. Once you waste your ammo, it just refreshes yourself, which is kind of unrealistic. Imagine in real life you like run out of ammo, you wait like I don't know 20 seconds and like you have full ammo. That'd be kind of stupid, but cool at the same time. And it doesn't feel like Battlefield. Now let's talk about the basics of the game, maybe like how the game plays. So you either play as a US Marine or USMC, or you play as Japanese Army. And right here I'm playing as US Marine, and you can pick three classes. These are infantry, engineer, and scout, I think. And I'm playing as an infantry, and infantry both sides have M1 Garand. Japanese soldiers kind of have a similar M1 Garand, and they also have a noob tube and a grenade, and yeah, you know, it replenishes automatically once you use them, and I think that's pretty cool, but kind of stupid at the same time. And the engineer has a submachine gun. For Americans, they have Thompson, and for Japanese, I think they have Type 100 or something like that. And it's pretty balanced. I think both submachine guns do the same damage, and they suck at longer ranges. Basically, a close quarter thing and destroy tanks. And the scout here's funny thing. In Battlefield 1943, there's no secondary, right? You cannot have a pistol. You only have a rifle. That's it. But Scout has a pistol. Well, of course, because he snipes. And there's no bullet drop off, which I think kind of cool. The first time when I came from Battlefield Bad Company 2, I tried to snipe. I was like, hey, I should have got him with bullet drop. And then I realized there's no bullet drop for Scout. And they also have C4s, which are really useful. And yeah, these are pretty much the classes that you can use in 1943, and they're the same basically for the both sides. Kind of wish that about 1943 the day it came out or something, because I will play it a lot more. I mean, seriously, this game is fun, but I bought it during Bad Company times, and I usually play Bad Company or Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops back then, because those games were good. Now Modern Warfare 3 for me, it's like, I know, it's not fun. It's like there's nothing new about it, so I'm kind of like bored all the time whenever I play Call of Duty right now. Except getting kill streak is fun. That's what keeps me playing. But let's get back to 1943. Actually, kind of wanted to put more time into this game, but unfortunately I didn't, because I was playing a lot of different games, and I also wanted to master the plane, but it is really hard to master the plane. It is it is much harder than in Battlefield 3. Like in this game, I couldn't even fly it. I mean, Battlefield 3, I can at least like steer it around and like go wherever I want. But in this game, the planes are much harder. And there's actually another game type that I forgot to mention. In 1943, it is called Planes Dogfight, and the name just basically says that you spawn on the carriers, airplane carriers. You pick a plane and fly and kill all others and stuff. And if you drop out, you basically die. And yeah, overall, 1943 it's a pretty fun game. Uh, should you get it? Yeah, yeah. And I think there's still a lot of people playing, probably like 1,000 or 3,000. This is estimation. It also depends on the day you play. And if you're playing on during the week, there's gonna be a lot less games than during the day, and also what time you play. And if you're playing like early in the morning, like I don't know, 5 a.m. or something like that, of course there won't be too many games that anyone gonna be playing at 5 a.m. And you're probably gonna be ranked against the people that are like in a different country. For example, you live in Europe, you're probably gonna play against the US guys. That's pretty much guaranteed. Now, few things that I hope that Battlefield 43 had is kind of different game type because Conquest kind of gets boring, especially on how huge the maps are, and or have smaller maps because I think they made the maps like on scale to a real island. I mean seriously, that's how I feel. The maps are as big as the real island. Like I don't know what I'm playing on, Iwo Jima or Coral Canal or something like that. It just almost the same scale as the island, which is kind of crazy to think. But it's still realistic. But I think it made it too realistic that not many people were playing because of its slow-paced action. And when the game is so slow-paced, I usually get bored really quickly. So in other words, I mean I play the games that aren't slow-paced. If they are, it pretty much it's not gonna be in my library anymore. I'm probably gonna sell it. And actually, many people play many fast-paced games. Like Call of Duty is fast-paced. Battlefield 3 is very fast-paced in my opinion. If you know how to rush and stuff. I never understand why people say Battlefield 3 is slow pace. I mean, yeah, if you're defending, I mean, it is slow pace. Or you play Conquest, yeah, it's far slow pace. But Rush, every time I play Rush, I always get like, I don't know, I always find people, I always like flank. Like I know to get there it takes ages, but when you get there and your whole squad is in there, you pretty much right face. But anyways, the commentary is over. Thanks for watching. Draft 2 starting off. Final score was 18-3. Right there, your stats. And yeah, new surprise games gonna be soon.